have Upasana joining in our special Value Plus segment as well to give us a lowdown on the wires and cable space itself. And after this decline, where does Polycab stack up against its peers? Upasana.
Well, Polycab remains in focus. Now let us look at the peer comparison. That is Polycab versus Havells and RR Kabel. Now, in terms of H1 FY24 revenue in wires and cable segment, Polycab has the highest revenue share with an uptick of almost 36% on YoY basis versus Havells, which has an uptick of almost 16% on YoY basis versus RR Kabel with an uptick of almost 24% on YoY basis. Now, moving towards the EBIT margins in wire and cable segment, it is highest again as compared to its peers. The Polycab's margin stands around 14.7% versus 11.5% in Havells versus 9% margins in cables and wire segment in RR Kabel. In terms of consolidated PAT, it has shown an uptick of almost 69% on YoY basis as compared to an uptick of 25% shown by Havells in H1 FY24 versus RR Kabel with an uptick of 1.7 times. Now, moving towards the valuation, according to FY23 PE, Havells is cheaper as compared to its peers, and the valuation stands around 61.7 times versus Havells, which is around 73 times, and RR Kabel, which stands around 81.6 times. Now, what are the key industry drivers according to the Nirmal Bang? It says that the global cable market currently stands at $250 billion, and the export market is around $140 to $150 billion, and of which 20% is catered by China. Owing to China Plus One strategy, India is currently the largest beneficiary of China Plus One strategy in Asia, signifying more growth opportunities going forward. Now let us talk about the guidance given by the company in the earlier interaction to CNBC-TV18, where the company has guided a 30% volume growth in its domestic business, and it says that it should be able to do a 20,000 crore of revenue before FY26, and it has also guided cable and wire business margin. It will range between 12 to 14%. Now, what are the important triggers? Mind you that the board meeting of the company for Q3 FY24 results is scheduled on 18th of Jan 2024, and we are estimating a revenue growth of around 20% on YoY basis, a PAT growth of almost 18.6% on YoY basis, and we are estimating a volume growth of almost 25% on YoY basis.
All right, thank you so much, Upasana, for laying out the fundamentals of the company, the sector, and the drivers along with the valuations itself.